I'm Tanner Nyes, and I will be reading Bob Ross's Happy Little Night Before Christmas, with art by Bob Ross and written by Rob Perlman. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the trees the moonlight shone down on frost-covered leaves. Peapod the squirrel had left his cold nest to nap in Bob's pocket, safe and warm near his chest. Bob tucked Peapod in as he looked out to sea, a glowing gleaming off every rock, bush, and tree. The bright white snow glistened, the brilliant ice shone, as the cold winter wind went from whisper to moan. He looked at the mountain tops covered with snow, and saw that the ice forming on streams far below. Happy clouds floated by in the sky, oh so clear. The spirit of the season drew even more near. As visions of peanuts danced in Peapod's head, Bob readied for painting instead of for bed. Now fully inspired, Bob wanted to paint, wet on wet style and without constraint. But what colors to use, which ones should be right? Bob used his favorite 13 hues that night. He took out his palette and carefully put on midnight black, the color of soot, on cadmium, Indian, ochre, all yellow, on greens, sap, and patalo, dark sienna, so mellow, on bright red and titanium white, and alizarian crimson, a deep red, not bright, on Van Dyke brown and blues patalo and Prussian. Those were the colors that he dipped his brush in. Be they mixed or alone, they're the colors he'd need to paint a fresh landscape so calm and serene. He set canvas on easel and pulled out his brushes, some just for broad strokes, some for final touches. A straight painter's knife and the bucket they're cleaned in. The most important tool, though, was Bob's imagination. He tapped some paint here and some over there. What a mistake? Don't know? Don't care. They're all happy accidents, no need to worry. A stray brown dot's covered by a nice white-blue flurry. Every tree deserves a friend, and look, that's one tired, so give it a bend. Add some shadows, they show the light, and don't forget snow, use a touch that's quite slight. As Bob painted the landscape all wintry and quick, he thought of his family and he thought of the sick. He thought of world peace and he thought of a dove. He thought of his friends and he'd wished them all love. He thought of Santa, the elves and reindeer. He thought of the promise of a prosperous new year. He prayed for us all, for me and for you. He prayed we'd be kind, whatever we do. As Bob signed his name, the clock struck midnight. It was now Christmas Day, and with all of his might, he vowed to hold on to what he knew was true, that the gifts we are given by nature, by life, are best passed to others. Bob knew that. Do you? For being an artist is not just a job. It's something you are. It's someone like Bob. And though painters are special any time of the year, they're even more special right now, right here. If you don't believe me, try a painting yourself, then hang it on a wall or set it on a shelf. And you'll see that you've the gift too. Bob knew you can do it, and now you know too. So for this season and for each season hence, I wish you happy painting, my friends, and a heartfelt God bless. Merry Christmas.